We are live. What is going on, everyone? Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me after this Lakers win. I absolutely love it. We're going to dive into that in a second. Anybody that's watching this on the replay, again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Great Lakers win. We absolutely needed this. Not a huge fan of going up 20 and losing the lead, but hey, we stuck with it. We grinded out the win. That was huge. Steph Curry, especially in that fourth quarter, Steph Curry starts getting hot. More times than not, the Warriors win those type of games, right? When Steph goes off for 12 points in like a 3-minute stretch or whatever. So it was good that we were able to grind that out. It was good that we were able to consistently just keep tacking away at it, keep sticking to the game plan, and ultimately leading to a victory. So that was huge in and of itself. Obviously, Anthony Davis was an absolute monster. Now, MVP of this game without a doubt. He was 39 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals. I mean, just did everything we could ask for from him. Hit a clutch, just solid bucket to help seal that victory. And we had guys step up, especially in the second half. Right, first half it was like all Anthony Davis, and it was just a little frustrating. But Troy Brown, absolutely solid, 4-7 from 3, hit some big shots, led us with 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Jared Vanderbilt was everywhere this game again, just really hustled. I loved it. He gave us a double-double with 10 and 13. He was kind of the other constant early on to kind of help Anthony Davis. Malik Beasley, he had 12 points. He was 1 of 4 from 3, which was rough, but he didn't take a bunch of threes and was able to find other ways to score, which was good. Dennis Schroeder continues to struggle. Darvin Ham says his ankle isn't bothering him, but a lot of his shots are just short right now. And I really didn't like that one play where he got a great defensive stop and then just followed that up with just a terrible shot selection for 3 that ended up leading to a Warriors run, and you were just like, come on, man, like that's not what we need. But overall, he was very solid defensively. He was making things difficult, had some big plays down the stretch, gave us 11 and 6. Austin Reeves came through. He really stepped up, especially that second half. In that third quarter, he was hitting all kinds of great, just solid buckets. Rui had 2 points, but he hit that nice little mid-range. I really want to see them run sets for Rui. I mean, Rui's giving us 10 points a game on just like hustle plays and being a spot-up shooter, and that's just not his game. His game is operating in that mid-range. I'd really like to see them kind of, especially against the Warriors when they're small, call some post plays for Rui. Allow him to get into the post and back guys down. That would be really nice and really helpful. We ended up losing Mo Bamba in this game, which is tough. Hopefully he bounces back. But good news is we got this win. We're like a game and a half out of a playoff spot. We're or the 8th seed, 8th seed. We're like 2.5 games back of a playoff spot, and we're like half a game out of the play-in. We got a couple games that we need to count on going forward today, so definitely we'll keep an eye on those games. And we got the Memphis Grizzlies game on Tuesday, and that game, no Ja, no Brandon Clark. We'll see who else plays that game. We need to get that win. That is a game that we have to win without Ja. That's a game we're at home, got to get that W, and then look forward to closing out this homestand with the wins against the Knicks, who have just been insanely hot lately. But they'll be coming off of a back-to-back in that series, playing the Clippers and then playing us, and then going against the Toronto Raptors, who have been playing good basketball as of late as well. So again, just got to keep tacking away at it, keep getting these wins. We got 17 games left. We need to win at least 10 of these 17 now. So let's go get it. I think we can get it. But diving into the chat, Johnny, thank you so much. Let's go. I am with you. All I want to hear is MVP AD. AD is on a tear, man. I love it. I love seeing it. I've talked about how I believe that he can lead us to some wins and lead us to the promised land. I still think we're kind of aiming for that 7th, 8th seed range, especially with losing that Minnesota game. I think that Minnesota game hurt, and they would have the tiebreaker. So if we end up with the same record, then that means they would get the nod ahead. But even at that 7th, 8th seed, you only need to win one game and you're in the playoffs. I think we have a real shot of getting that, especially with the way that other teams are playing right now. If that continues and we just keep winning, I think we could get there. We need it. Like I said, we need to at least get to 500 by the end of the season. If we get to 500, I think that's good enough to get like the 7th or 8th seed. So we'll see how that goes. AD outplayed Curry, Clay, and Draymond and Poole. He's that guy. This is why you do not trade him. Absolutely. I mean, I've said from day one, you do not trade Anthony Davis. Like what Anthony Davis provides on that basketball court is just way too valuable, way too important for this Lakers team. And he really does help elevate the Lakers on both sides of the basketball. I'm the biggest Dennis Schroeder hater alive, but he was great on Steph. Thought our offense was better when AR took his minutes, but Dennis Schroeder came up big. He did. He came up big. I liked what I saw from Dennis Schroeder on Steph. He was really making things difficult. But again, I wasn't a fan of that whole make a great defensive play and then take a bad offensive shot. Like that was rough. But regardless, we got the win, and I'm happy for it. AD with another clutch bucket late in the fourth. He's clutch, ladies and gentlemen. He was great, and he hit his free throws down the stretch, which is good. Right, because he's had some struggles with that this season. So it was nice to see that. All I want to know is why all these AD haters switching up. Everyone was crying to trade him a week ago, and now they're worshiping him. I mean, that's how it goes. They talk about it all the time, the pendulum swing. It's always one extreme or the other. It's what have you done for me lately, which I don't understand. But, AD made a 3 in back-to-back games. Yes, which was huge. He needs to find that shot because that just opens up so much if he finds that shot. Shot 33% from 3 today, 1 of 3, but just in general, he needs to find that shot. He really does. I mean, a lot of people really wanted to trade AD, which I don't understand. I don't understand it at all. Tyler did say he was going to lead us to victory. Yeah, and he got it done. I love all the comments. Every time we get all these comments from people that are just like, oh, Lakers have no chance, this, that, and the other. We got it done. Every time I get a flood of comments of people that are like, Lakers have no shot, no chance, Steph's back, they're gonna lose, blah blah. Every time we win those games, every time. I don't know why people just clown it. Big win, agreed. Absolutely, we needed that. We need to keep doing this. AD playing like this with D'Lo and Bron back, Lakers at 5. Yeah, it's going to be tough to beat us. If AD plays the way that he's been playing and we get D'Lo and Bron back, good luck. We fought hard for this one. Agreed. This was a hard-fought win, no doubt. But we stuck with it. Like I said, I wasn't really a fan of losing that lead, but we got it done. Even with Steph back, we ran that game with no LeBron, no D'Lo. Everyone is underestimating this team. I thought AR deserved more minutes this game. And how about Troy Brown Jr., the last 2 months sniper? Dude, he's really picked it up these last 2 games. And this is what I've talked about. This is why I've talked about Troy Brown. Troy Brown has honestly been one of our most consistent players all season long. Literally all season long. He has his moments, but he's 23 years old. Right? And he's playing a role that he probably wasn't expecting to play when he came to the Lakers. And he's been solid on both ends of the ball. He's been shooting the ball really well lately. He's been playing really good basketball lately. I know a lot of people, or want, this person or that person to start over him and all that stuff when LeBron's out. But I mean, look, he keeps stepping up to the plate, and he's been very consistent. And I love seeing that. I absolutely love seeing that. But Johnny coming in, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Need D'Lo to play. Memphis is still good without Ja. They are still good without Ja. They actually, if I'm not mistaken, have a winning record without Ja. But this is a game that we have to go out there. We have to win. We have to get the job done. We definitely need D'Lo. I hope he comes back for that game. My concern is that they sit him that game. Just because they're like, oh, we don't have Ja, let's go get the win. I hope not. I'm hoping that he's better, in a better position, in a better place, so he can come in and really help kind of lead this Lakers team. We could use him badly. Just his shot creating, his playmaking, being able to find the open man and get guys going is going to be very valuable for this Lakers team. So we really do need him back going forward. We got 3 straight games that we have to win. Every game is a must win, but we have to secure this homestand. If we can go, 4-1 on this 5-game stretch, our only loss being Minnesota, that sucks that we lost to Minnesota. But hey, if we go 4-1, that would be fantastic. And if I'm not mistaken, would put us at 500. So let's secure our home court, and then we go into, if we're 500 going into that Pelican game and that Rockets game. My concern is AD doesn't play that Rockets game because they really don't want AD to play back to backs, especially with this foot injury. We saw him miss the blanking on the game, but the game, the back-to-back game that we were really worried about, and we ended up pulling out the win. I do think we could beat the Rockets without Anthony Davis, but it would be nice to have Anthony Davis for that game, especially if Mo Bamba. If we don't see anything with him, if he's out for the foreseeable future, because he seemed to have some struggles. But regardless, we'll get this done. Wilt Davis came out and balled. Reed's decision making is so great. You forget he is a second-year player in this league. Let's get it. We need to get that Memphis game. Absolutely. Austin Reeves is just too nice, man. That guy is so good. I do like him in spots with the ball handling. I don't mind it. I still kind of like the idea of bringing in like a Kemba Walker or something like that, just to kind of help secure that ball play. Because Reeves, he can handle it, he can do it, but we've seen him struggle at times, especially when he's getting pressured. And I want to see them. Like, that was what the Warriors were trying to do, pressure Austin Reeves. He was able to handle it today against DiVincenzo, but we've seen him struggle against some of the other guards and stuff like that. And he's got to get the ball out of his hands fast, stuff like that. So, but great game all around. What a game! If only Lakers can play like this on a nightly basis. Very inconsistent team. I mean, you got to keep in mind, this team just got put together. We have to do in a 25-game span what every other team has been able to do in an entire season. Not to mention, we don't have LeBron James for all but 2 of these games, and on top of that, we're missing D'Angelo Russell. It's hard to be consistent when you're missing your 2 playmakers, your 2 ball handlers, and your best player. It's tough. But what is happening with Rui though? He still has hit some clutch shots lately, but man, he's looked a lot better when we first got him, because we're not running sets or calls for him. We were getting him the ball in his spots a lot more early on, and we're just not. He's been relegated to basically a spot-up 3-point shooter, and that's not his game. And we're not. I mean, there's been countless games where he's had the mismatch down low in the post, secured position, and we just looked him off and went the other way when you should be feeding him the ball and allowing him to go to work. That's something that I think Ham needs to really address. Ham needs to call some sets for him. I mean, he hit that big mid-range shot that we really needed and to kind of get that lead back to basically close out the game. But you got to find him shots. He's averaging 10 points a game on basically hustle plays, getting the ball, falling into his lap, and then him, trying to be aggressive or whatever, or him knocking down if he's hitting his wide open jumpers. But that's just not his game. His game is in the mid range, using his strength, using his size to get to his spot and put it in. I don't really knock Rui for that. I've knocked, just the playmakers, which hopefully when D'Lo gets back, D'Lo recognizes those mismatches more, because Schroeder can kind of get tunnel vision at times and just wants to get to the basket or get the ball to AD, where I think D'Lo, he's looking for everybody. And I think that you're going to see a lot more Rui, hopefully, when D'Lo gets back. Such a big win. Now we need to capitalize on No Ja versus the Grizzlies. Agreed. We really got to win that game. We really do. So Troy Brown has earned my respect. AD is healthy, thank goodness. D'Lo should be back next game, which is very needed. And the show is so good off the bench. This was a huge win. Lakers need to keep it up. Agreed. We really need D'Lo back for the next game, because that'll really kind of just solidify and just balance the roster better than what it is right now. And yeah, I mean, if Mo Bamba is out for the foreseeable future, I wouldn't mind bringing in a DeMarcus Cousins or something like that, just for a 10-day, just to let Mo Bamba get some rest. You're probably going to see a lot more Winning Gabriel, which I don't mind. Although, especially the Grizzly game, Winning Gabriel might be a better matchup than Mo Bamba, having to go against Triple J and Tillman and stuff. I think winning his hustle and just his toughness, I think, would really help. He's not going to get pushed around as much. So I think that'll help. But yeah, got to keep racking up these wins. Vandal Reeves and TBJ were amazing today. We actually were able to win because AD finally had help, unlike Minnesota. Agreed. Got it. Guys, role guys got to be consistent. AD is going to handle the bulk of the work. He's going to do the bulk of the job. But outside of Anthony Davis, we need that. Who are those other guys that step up? And tonight, that was good. We had other guys step up. I mean, we had outside of AD? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other guys in double digits. And Lonnie was a bucket away from double digits. Like, that's more what we need. We need that balanced attack. We need to have 3, 4, 5 guys, getting into double figures and playing some solid defense. I think we still got out hustled on a lot of plays, and our transition defense could have been a lot better. But overall, we're pretty locked in on both sides. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there were definitely some mishaps. There were definitely some. I mean, the Draymond Green going coast to coast was driving me absolutely insane. Like that, there's no reason for that at all. You gotta lock that up. Can't have those. Can't allow that to happen. But hey, you're gonna have the good. You're gonna have the bad. You got to take the good with the bad. It happens. But overall, I thought that this was a solid game. We got the win. This game we had to win, though. You go up 20 in the first quarter, you have to win that game. Agreed. We beat mostly healthy defending champs without our 2 best ball handlers and playmakers. Once they get back, we could be deadly. Yeah, and the last, if I'm not mistaken, the only 2 losses the Warriors have had in the last 7 games have been us. So that's really telling. Who do you think will win against Memphis, and do you think we get D'Lo back? I hope we get D'Lo back. I don't know. Just based on like the information that's been put out there, it kind of looks like he might be back for like that Toronto or Knicks game. Hope he gets back for that Memphis game. That would be really nice. That would help out a lot. I do think the Lakers get that win. The Lakers should have won the last game. Ja Morant went off for literally a historic. It's never happened in the history of the Memphis Grizzlies night. And that was a big factor, not to mention 26 turnovers. I imagine we don't get 26 turnovers again, knock on wood, in that game. And, and then you add in Ja Morant. I expect us to get the win. I really do. Wait, it was an early game? Yeah, it was. It was a really early game. Why are the Warriors so bad on the road? That's the $1 million question. Seriously, it's crazy. They're 7-28 now. That's crazy. Remember season over to the extremists. I know I get comments like that all the time, and then it makes no sense. It's not over till it's over. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't see the future. I don't know what's going to happen, a month from now. Like for all we know, we could have the 6th seed locked up for that time. What if we go on like a 10-game winning streak, which doesn't sound insane when you look at our schedule. We could win, especially if D'Lo gets back. We could win 8 out of 10 or something like that. And all of a sudden we're tied for the 6th seed or tied for the 5th seed. And, now we just got to weather the storm the rest of the season. Like, who knows what's going to happen? Everyone just acts like they know the future, like they went in a time machine and they know everything. That or it's just haters. But a lot of people are like, I'm a Laker fan and I'm just trying to be realistic. Realistic, you have 17 games left and we're only a game out of a playoff spot. Like, how is that? How are you being realistic? Like, you're being unrealistic, but to the extreme of the other side. My whole thing, like, if we get to the day where it's over, then we'll talk about it. Then it's over. We'll have the live stream. We'll have our discussions. We'll make the videos, all that stuff. We'll deal with it when that time comes. But right now, it's just, I don't understand how you could be a Laker fan and just assume the season's over. Why would you wish the worst on your team if you're a Laker fan? Like, why? I don't get it. Like, would you like, if you had a kid, would you be telling your kid, you're 16, you're washed up, like that's it, it's done, like the kid's got his whole life ahead of him. Lakers have an entire season ahead of them. There's a lot that can happen. It's just these, again, it's the pendulum swing. People are dramatic one way or the other instead of just like letting things unfold. AR-15 all day. He was wonderful. Excellent win. Agreed. Where the AD haters at? Also, got the dirty Warriors. Hope Bamba is okay. I do too. I hope Bamba's okay. Yeah. AD has top 3 potential any night. He is. When he's playing to the level we know he could play, he is arguably top 5. I mean, he's tied with Giannis for biggest defensive impact. So, I mean, he has the defensive side locked up. It's just, can he be this dominant, which he's shown he can. I mean, he's done it most of the season. So it's not like this is an anomaly. Like, he's done it. Like, he had a 2-week stretch before he got hurt where he was the best player on the planet at that time. And like now, these last 2 games, he has shown that like I can carry the load. I mean, this is the Pelicans' AD. And we need that. If we're going to win, we need this Anthony Davis. This Anthony Davis with LeBron James and D'Angelo Russell in the playoffs, good luck. I'm not saying we're going to run through the playoffs or anything like that, but this is a team that can win. This is a team that can absolutely get the job done. Was wide open on Schroeder's jump shot. Yeah, exactly. And that's what drove me crazy. Like, slow it down. I mean, Dennis Schroeder did play well. I don't mind. I'm not saying he was terrible tonight. I'm just saying that was just a bad decision, that we can't have from our starting point guard. He's got to know better. You know what I mean? Because that could have easily been the difference in us losing the game. They got 6 straight points, cut it to 1 or whatever, or 2, and that's not what we need from our starting point guard. You made a great defensive stand. Slow it down, go get the bucket, put the game away, set up your guys, let your guys get set, and go get the win. But regardless, got it. It's really killing us, these games. Just shows how much we need D'Lo. And yeah, I agree. There was a 3 at the end with a few minutes he took for no reason. Like, give it to AD. Brown. I mean, I don't think Dennis has necessarily been killing us. I mean, we won that one game strictly because of Dennis in the second half. So, I mean, Dennis has been solid, and he's been the guy that's mostly stepped up. I don't know if his ankle is bothering him because a lot of his shots just seem to be falling short. So that could be something that's impacting him. I don't think he's necessarily killing us. I just think that, like, his decision-making at times is rough, and it just seems to be at bad moments. No definitive answer yet. Like, we don't have an exact answer yet. I'm hoping he comes back Tuesday for the Memphis game, but, depends on how it is. A grade 2 sprain, which is not good. Usually it's 2 to 3 weeks that a player misses. So we're like a week and a half. So he might not be back to the Toronto game. They need to keep Reeves. Absolutely. Dennis thinks he should pull threes when he's 4 and 12. AD is right there to pass to. Other players were open too. Agreed. That was just a poor decision. A important win. Yes, agreed. Yeah, it was a bad 3, but he got the steal. The thing with Dennis is he gets tunnel vision sometimes when he's making good plays. Agreed. He does. He needs to learn to just kind of reel it back. Hey, you made a great play. Good job. Let's set it up and let's go get this W. Imagine if we beat the T-Wolves the other day, we'd be in such a great spot. The game was a must win. I agree. That one. That's why I said, like, that one hurt the most. That one hurt more than any game this season, in my opinion, because of what it would establish. And now we would have beaten the Warriors. We would be, if I'm not mistaken, we'd be tied for the 6th seed right now, as far as like the loss column or whatever. Minnesota game was easily winnable. Yeah. I can't stand watching the Warriors. Steph gets 10 threes a game from illegal screens, literally every screen. Dre Sets is moving, dressed me, and saying, yeah, dude, they get away with a lot of that stuff. The roster before the trade would probably have folded when Curry was in the third quarter. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, Curry was just going off. And, I said it earlier when I first got on the stream. That's usually a game that the Lakers would probably lose, or most teams would lose. But we were able to keep it. That was nice. Lakers protect the lead, yeah. I got scared when we blew the 20-point lead. Yeah, it definitely was, but at least we got it done. That's what it is. I love Dennis Schroeder and Austin Reeves. I am with you 100%. They've been good. They've been solid. That Schroeder 3 was brutal when AR and AD were wide open. Agreed. Thanks for the good post-game review watching from South Korea. Wow. Shout out to South Korea. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Lakers played very well. Let's go. Agreed. Let's go. Yeah, South Korea in the house. We gonna beat Memphis too. I think so. I think we do. I think we get the Memphis win at home. We beat a team that's on a 5-game winning streak without LeBron and D'Lo. Yeah, we've been the streak killers this year. I mean, we stopped Memphis's 11-game win streak, the Bucks' original win streak, not the big 16 one. We've gotten the Warriors win streaks. Like, that's huge. Clark is out too, and that's a key rotation piece for Memphis and Adams. Yeah, they're going to be missing several guys. So that's a game we have to win. What's going on, TJ? Appreciate you being here. Yes, Lakers Nation facts. Troy only bad game was Memphis. Yeah, and I mean, he still did good things on the defensive end. It just, yeah, his shooting was just rough. Lakers would be around more than what people are giving him credit for. Championship bound. I'm with you. Ham basically said he wants D'Lo to get more scrimmage time because you don't want to throw someone who hasn't played in a week. So he could be back from Memphis. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that's the route that they go. Beasley has not been shooting the ball well lately. I mean, he shot 50% last game. I mean, he's shooting 36% on 11 attempts. He just hasn't been getting his volume up. But teams have also been closing in a lot harder and have been chasing him around a lot more, which is allowing other guys to step up, which is why that Minnesota game really hurt, because other guys didn't step up. Like, Beasley is basically taking a guy completely out of place because they can't leave him wide open. So we need to take advantage, because now teams can't double, and that's what we've seen the last few games. But in that mini game, guys just weren't stepping up. Guys just weren't hitting shots. So that's what we need to do. And I mean, Beasley was our second leading scorer in that game. If the Jazz lose correctly, we take the 10th seed, correct? I believe so. If they lose, I believe we move into the play-in, which would be huge for us. I want to double check real quick. Let's do this in real time. But I am pretty sure, like I said, we'll at least make the play. We'll at least be the 9th or 10th seed, which if we're the 9th or 10th seed, I'm not going to lie, that's really concerning, because you have to win 2 games, and it's just very tough. But I do believe we can get it done. So, yeah, if the Jazz lose, they'd be 31-34. So we'd be tied. I actually believe, because we play the Jazz 2 more times. I think they beat us the first 2 games, right? So I think they would have the tiebreaker. So they would stay where they're at. But if the Pelicans lose tomorrow, then they drop and we'd move into the 10th seed. So basically, by the end of the day, Monday, we could be in the 10th spot. The Jazz would stay in the 9th, if I'm not mistaken, just because they have the tiebreaker. We play them 2 more times towards the end of the season, which we got to win both of those games. I didn't get to see, but sounds like my man AD is quieting all the haters, and I love to see it. So pumped for this win. Going to watch the full replay on League Pass. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. AD dominated. Yes, let's go Lakers. I love it. People don't understand Beasley could be 0 of 10, but him being on the floor impacts the game. Yeah, which is exactly what I was talking about. Like teams are literally glued to him throughout this stretch, and that is something that you basically are taking a defender completely out of the game. So even if he's not hitting, it's still doing a lot for this team. Great game today out of the Lakers. Great fourth quarter from Reeves. Agreed. Beasley is important because of his spacing, but also in the playoffs, he's going to have those few games where he goes 7 of 11 from 3 and wins a game almost single-handedly. Agreed. That's why he's so impactful. And just, again, everything that he does on the court is great. How did Rui only get 2 points in 20 minutes? Because he has to get the ball offensively in order to score. If you don't touch the ball very much, you're not going to get much. And like 2 of his shots out of his 5 were just in late game situations that he just kind of had to chuck up, or they were just spot up threes in closeouts, which that's not his game. Again, that's not his game. They're not utilizing him the way that they should be. You got to, and I'm hoping that when D'Lo gets back, D'Lo recognizes some of those situations. And like they should be running switches to get smaller guys on him, so that way he can do what he needs to do. When is D'Lo coming back? No definitive answer yet, but hopefully for the Memphis game. That's the hope. L Warriors, yes. I'm not sold on Brown. He's too inconsistent on both ends of the court. Brown has been our most consistent player all season. Like the guy has been Mr. 8 points a game all year. I talked about him earlier in the year. Like Brown has been really good. His defensive rating and impact is one of the best on the team all season. It's actually gotten better because now it's not him just solo defensively like it was before. So his defensive rating and impact has actually gone up with Vanderbilt and Anthony Davis. His offensive production has gone up. Everything's gone up. He's been really good. He's been one of our most consistent guys. That's right. I love it. What's up, Tyler? Been a minute since I've been in the streams. How you been? I've been good. Just grinding away. Hit 10K, which is awesome. Thank you all so very much. Which, by the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate that. I am 26 subs away from 10,200. So I'm sure that there are a handful of you at least that aren't subscribed. Take a quick second, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Really does help me out. Yeah, I've been good. I've been good. Hope all is well with you, Snorlax. If we can get D'Lo back, it makes this team so much better. Dennis is being the primary ball handler for 33 minutes a game. With D'Lo, Lakers are significantly more dynamic. Agreed. And his ability to actually shoot, operate mid-range, all of that stuff. 3-level score. Grizzly, one game can change a fan's mood. Mini game over this game. We are a playoff team. Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes. Again, pendulum swing. People are one extreme or the other. Troy Brown needs to hold the line for LeBron. That's it. He's been excellent this game, but he's inconsistent from three, to be honest. I mean, he has his moments. He's shooting 36% from three this year. He's shooting above league average, and he was like 34% like the previous year. So his production has actually gone up. Again, he's playing a role that he was never. I'm sure he didn't imagine he was going to play when he came to Lakers. I'm sure he thought he was going to just be a role guy off the bench. Where if he has a good game, he has a good game. If he has a bad game, he has a bad game. It doesn't really matter either way. The games that he has good, we probably win those. Games we have bad, we probably could still win those. But that's not how it's worked out. And he's stepped up. He's done his job. 7-23 away is he high? Yeah. The Warrior fans can't be complaining because they had a fully healthy squad today. Agreed. Well, they didn't have Wiggins, but still. They were missing Wiggins still, but we don't have LeBron deal. Exactly. Let's see. Do we have the tiebreaker over the Jazz or the Pels or no? We do over the Pels. We don't over the Jazz right now because if the Jazz lose today, the Pels lose tomorrow. It'll be a three-way tie for that. So, yeah, again, like the Jazz, if I'm not mistaken, they won both early season games early on when we were like 2-10. So they won those games. So they have the tiebreaker right now. We play the Jazz 2 more times towards the end of the season. They're like 2 of our last like 5 or 6 games. We got to win those games. Definitely. But the Utah Jazz are starting to, they're kind of reeling back into tank mode. They've been sitting, Lauri Markkanen is not playing today, and neither is Sexton. So that should help. That's a game that the Jazz should lose. That would really help. And the Pelicans, they need to take that L tomorrow. Because they play, who do they play tomorrow? They play the Kings on the road. So we need to root for Sacramento. Sacramento needs to get that job done. They should have beaten Minnesota. But again, Minnesota's playing good basketball. So Lakers will be okay. Facts. 17 games left, ain't it? 1 game at a time. Yeah. 1 game at a time. We got to beat it. We beat the Warriors. Just focus on the Grizz. Facts. I honestly think if AD wasn't injury prone and could play as hard as he can his whole career, he would be a top 5 player all the time. I really do. I mean, you can make an argument without a doubt. I'm with you. Let's see. If AD wasn't injury prone, he'd be as good or better than Giannis is right now. I don't know about 2-5 all the time though. Yeah. I mean, look, he has the potential. He really does. I mean, he's a guy that could just absolutely dominate the game of basketball if he really wanted to. It's just injuries are a problem. Toughness at times. On D against Curry, agreed. The thing with the Golden State road record is they have the same situation 98 Bulls did when Scottie Pippen missed half the year. Yeah, it's true. It's a good point. Great team win, agreed. I'm referring to mostly last game. Dennis killed us. Outside of that, he's been rough, but not terrible. 6 turnovers in another game. Also, I don't know. He's okay some games, but bad in the others. Yeah, the Timberwolves game. I'm with you, Nick. I get it. But again, he's not supposed to be our starting point guard. Not what we needed. That's why we went and got D'Lo. But gotta work with what we got. Dennis gets too much minutes. Ham needs to trust Reeves and Walker more. Problem is that Austin Reeves has had trouble in some of these matchups as the primary ball handler. Like the whole idea was that Schroeder would play starting minutes and then Austin Reeves would handle the ball. And it hasn't worked out at times. And the offense isn't as fluent, which becomes a problem. So that's a big issue. Memphis is definitely still a threat. They do not underestimate them. No-Ja or Clark helps a ton. Grizzlies are amazing last year with No-Ja. This year they're like 5-7 with No-Ja. Yeah. Peace, Benny. Thank you so much. Yes. If you haven't yet, take a quick second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share with a friend, tell a dog, whoever, let them know. I'd greatly appreciate you just taking a quick second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That would be wonderful. But Lonnie had some big time shots tonight. I give him credit for staying ready. Yeah, he's been. That's the thing. He can score. I wouldn't mind having him kind of be like an in the vacuum type scorer, like bring him in 10 to 12 minutes a game and just be like, hey, you got the green light, take your shots, play your game, and just let him just go to work and just go get you 8 to 10 points a game. Like, I wouldn't mind him being that kind of player. And I think that there is real value in that. Dennis has been good, but he's also been bad at the same time. He's almost like Westbrook. Yeah, at times, yeah. Veteran minimum bad is 100 times better than 47 million bad. Yes, very true. Very true. Dennis is much better than Westbrook for this team. He gets really bad tunnel vision when he does something good as a backup. He's definitely solid. Yeah, look, I've said, I think, in my opinion, he is one of, if not the best backup guards, like point guards in the league. He's really good in those like 20 minutes, 25-minute spots a game, but it's just him in the starting role because he does. You're spot on. He gets tunnel vision. He gets kind of lost in the moment. Dennis gets too much minutes. I'd rather go Reeves Walker over him. Dennis is 6 foot. He's a mismatch for any player over 6'3". Not necessarily. He's held his own on the defensive end a lot this year. Walker, you can't trust Walker as a playmaker. He's not. He's the total opposite. He doesn't have the ball handling skills, especially on pressure moments. Doesn't have the vision. Reeves can be solid, but again, in small spots. You can't trust him for a good majority. Man, that 2-10 start and the 4 games in like 2 weeks, the refs cost us to continue to kick our ass. Hopefully we can go on a run here so that not much that matters. Yeah, I mean, that 2-10 start, in my opinion, killed us more than – I mean, don't get me wrong, the ref games really hurt, but that 2-10 start, we would be a playoff team. We have like the 7th or 8th best record in the league since that 2-10 start. We've been well over 500 since that start. It's just we can't get over that hump, which has been a real problem, and it's hard. I mean, when you go 2-10 and then that Shooter has better handles. He's also taking a massive job because there's no LeBron and AD. He's doing too good, to be honest. Yeah, D'Lo is a 6'5" point guard. He's definitely tall for his position. Agreed. It's not necessarily about how many threes you make, but which threes you make. And Malik hits a lot. Pull up, pull closer, and pull away. Yeah, he's good in the moments that we need him, and we need him. D'Lo, LeBron, and D'Lo. Yeah, I hope D'Lo comes back in some next game. We need him. I agree. Lakers go on a 5-game winning streak. We could easily get the 6th seed. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, our next like 5 games, 6 games are very winnable games. I mean, have the Grizzlies without Ja and Clark. That's a game that I think we can win. You have the Raptors, I think we can beat. You have the Knicks, who have been playing very good basketball, have been tough, but we got them at home. I think we can beat them. And then after that, it's the Pelicans and the Rockets. So there's 5 games that I really believe that we can win in this upcoming stretch here. And then after that, we got Dallas, which is an important win, and then we got the Magic and the Suns. So before we go into that Thunder game, that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. We got to win at least 6 out of those 8. The Suns game might be tough, especially without LeBron, but I do think that that's a winnable game. Dallas, I think we can beat Dallas. You got the Magic. We should be able to beat the Magic. And Mavericks, Magic, and Suns are all at home, including the Thunder game. So, excuse me. So I mean, we got to win 6 out of our next 8 at least. So why put Dennis on him if he's calling D'Lo tall? What do you tell? We don't have D'Angelo Russell. D'Lo wasn't in this game. He was hurt. I just had really good luck playing in 2K while watching the stream. Thanks, man. No problem. Good. I'm glad I could help. I'm glad I could help lead you to some victories here. Beasley isn't shooting well because we don't have a playmaker on the court, which D'Lo unlocks both AD and Beasley. Agree, 100%. All rise, OG in the house. What is going on, OG? Appreciate you being here. Tyler, killing it. I'm liking it, and I'm leaving it. Liking and leaving peace. Appreciate you, Raymond. Thank you so much. Thank you. No, Ja, yeah, we got to win that game. For real, Beasley is having to create his own shots so much since the injuries to take extreme contested catch and shoots. Agreed. Finally got AD going from start to finish. Big time commitment to AD dominating performance. Ham must continue the strategy. Agreed. You got to get him fed. Got to feed the beast. Let him go. I told you Rui is a trash can. He's not a trash can. It's hard to have an offensive game when you're not getting the ball, especially in mismatch situations. Right? Like we know Rui's strengths, and we're not putting him in a position to allow him to do that. He's been relegated to a spot-up shooter. He's not a good shooter. Like he has his moments. He can hit them from time to time, but he's not some 38% spot up 3-point shooter that you want, taking contested threes. And that's what he's been relegated to. I mean, he's still giving us 10 points per game and just like and just hustle plays, like literally, like that's huge. Congrats on 10K. I don't know how I didn't realize. Congrats, bro. You deserve it. Well, thank you. Hey, it's no problem. Like I said, I'm just very thankful, very, very thankful, very blessed. And it's been fast, man. I got 10K fast. I've been doing this for 8 months now, and I got 10K. I don't know. For me, I think that's fast. I mean, I'm sure that there are YouTubers. I mean, there are YouTubers that have gotten 1 million subs in like a month. But I mean, to be sort of niche in the Lakers scene, being new and all that stuff, I think it's just it's really cool. And I'm very thankful, very, very thankful. So appreciate you, appreciate all of you, and be part of it. Join this community. Hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate that. Take a quick second. Let's do it. I'm actually on pace at the rate that I get my subscriber counts, and based on the numbers last year, if they even mirror what they were this year, especially towards the off-season time, I'm on pace to get like 25 to 30,000 subs, which, if I get 30,000 subs in like a year, that would be something. That'd be amazing. So again, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. If Rui, Walker, AR-15, and Dennis can give us like 15 a night, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Or even just 10 a night. I mean, that's basically a difference. You got to go live if the Flippers lose to Memphis without 2 starters. They will be 0-6 without Westbrook. I probably will. I'm not gonna lie. If they lose tonight, I will go live. What time do they play? Now let me make sure. So they play at 7. So by the time it's over, yeah. If Clippers lose at home to Memphis, we'll go live tonight. We'll talk about it because that would be huge. But I'm worried if the Clippers keep losing, they're going to bench Westbrook before the playoffs and improve. We need them to keep starting and choke for sure the playoffs play it. Yeah, agreed. 7 seed would be realistic target. 6 seed, quite optimistic. Anyways, AD healthy is the key to our playoff hopes. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts too. I don't think it's not impossible for us to get 6 seed. We can. It's just rough because we're counting on other teams that are actually playing decent to start not playing decent, and that's a big factor. But I do think like the 7th, 8th spot is reasonable, and you have 2 games to win one. I think we can win that one, and I think we can beat Memphis in a 7-game series in the playoffs. And I really think we can beat Denver in a 7-game series, but I think that will be tough in the first round. First round matchup against Denver is going to be rough. Not that we can't beat them. It's just tough. I'd like that first round, where we kind of get in the swing of things, we're feeling good about ourselves. We're feeling ourselves. We got kind of the jitters out. Those are gone. Guys have stepped up. Guys have kind of gotten the playoff bug out. And now we can go and try to compete against these, the Nuggets or whomever, right? That's what I want to see. Troy Brown was playing like I'm not getting traded yet. Yeah. Ja Morant out. Lakers should win the next game. They should. Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Scotty Jr. next year on the roster. He's dominated the G League. Swider still needs time, struggles in certain areas. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind that. I could see a lot of our young guys stepping up and getting real opportunities next year. I also think Max Christie will probably get a bigger role next year. Definitely. If Lakers get complacent because Ja is out, they're going to lose. Grizzlies are a threat still, but if D'Lo is back, they should win by a lot. Agreed. I mean, this isn't a game you can take lightly. They have to go out. They have to perform. They have to do their job. They have to take every game seriously. Lakers are worth watching again. Got pretty depressing for a few weeks. Almost. I'm with you, HG. I'm with you. But we back. We here. It is. They're fun. They're a fun team to watch without a doubt. Lonnie needs to score. It's just when he passes and being the primary ball handler, it gets ugly. Yeah, agreed. That's the problem. Like he is who he is, which is fine. Let him be, like I said, let him be a vacuum scorer. Let him get in the game, give you a couple things, and let's go. W 10K, W Lakers win. Let's go. Modern day Capone, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. First off, coming in hot with the $2 super chat means a ton to me. I really do appreciate that. And secondly, I mean 10K is amazing. Like I said, to me, it seems like it's happened so fast. And just all thanks to all of you. You guys are awesome. I do. I love this. This is, like I said, I say it all the time. Like, this is like my therapy. You know what I mean? It's all of our, to sit down, talk Lakers, like, most beautiful thing in the world. But yeah, on top of that, when the Lakers get the win, it's even better, right? And plus, just the live streams are more live. The more, I can just feel the energy from everybody more than like when we're down. Like I'm down. I'm like, yeah, we lost another one. And it's nice when we're racking up some wins. So again, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for Super Chat. Really does help me out a lot. I got that one. Reeves is better than Walker. Yeah, agreed. Why doesn't Ham ever play Mo with AD? You would think that would open up so many opportunities. Because one, then we're super small off the bench. Two, Mo Bamba isn't a good individual defender. So Anthony Davis ends up having to make up a lot because now he's guarding perimeter guys rather than big men down low. And if you leave Mo Bamba on an island, they're going to attack him. Gets into foul trouble early, especially trying to like close out on guards. He's not there yet. He was a project. Like, there's a reason the Orlando Magic gave him to us for a second-round pick. We didn't have to give up anything. We literally traded a second-round pick for Mo Bamba, who is a 25-year-old young, 7'6" wingspan, 7'1" 40% three-point shooting center. He's a floor stretcher. Like, that is gold in this NBA. But the reason they gave him to us is because he's a real project. You're going to have to work on him. And the Orlando Magic just didn't want to work on him. He's not there yet. He can get there, though. I do believe he can get there. Reeves should start. Problem is just the ball handle. He's not good in pressure situations handling the ball at times. D'Lo and Beasley and Reeves backup point guard. Reeves doesn't have good enough ball handling to be a point guard 30 minutes, to be honest. He's great in his role he has right now. Exactly. I'm with you 100%, Electric. 100%. That's my thoughts, too. I like in spots, can you get away with it? Absolutely. You can absolutely get away with it in spots. But to rely on him, like you said, 30-plus minutes a game, it's just not going to happen. Just a fan coming in hot with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Seriously, that was very kind of you. Nice to pick up a must-win after dropping a must-win. I'm with you against Timberwolves. Great to see all-around contributions from Reeves, Brown, other supporters supporting AD's monster game. Agreed. It hurts. I said it when we lost the game. That, in my opinion, was like the toughest loss to swallow, just because of all like where we would be with that loss, what that win would have done for us. But again, like I said, we gotta just brush it off, brush dirt off shoulder, get back to it. Get back into the scope, get back into the run, and we did that. Beat the Warriors in Steph's return. Steph got hot in the fourth quarter, which more times than not they win those games. We were able to stay consistent, close this game out. Guys stepped up when we need it. AD had a monster game. We need to see more of this going forward. Excuse me. We need that consistency. We need guys to continue to play to this level. And I really do believe that we can rattle off some wins here. Our next stretch of like 8 games, like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you were here, just a fan. But I mentioned earlier, like we got to win 6 out of our next 8 games at least. And you can make an argument for all 8 of them. Maybe the Suns game might be tough, although I do think that is a game that we can win. I don't think it's impossible. I think AD is still going to dominate the Suns as he has. I think D'Lo will help tremendously. And, it's just, can we slow down Kevin Durant? We got Jared Vanderbilt. That's going to be a good matchup for him. You're not going to stop Kevin Durant, but can you make things difficult on him? And then Devin Booker. I do. I really like our chances here. I think we can beat Dallas. I have a little concerns with the Knicks because they're just playing really good basketball right now, really tough basketball, and just really racking up those wins. But they would be coming off of a back-to-back playing the Clippers and then us. So my hope is that we can get this nice little stretch, get back into the 7th to 8th seed. I think is very realistic. I think that is something that we can absolutely do. But again, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very kind of you, and it really does. It helps me out a lot. Let's see. Do you think Reeves becomes point guard 2 full-time by year 3? Probably not. I think as he continues to improve, I do think that I know he wants to play more point guard duties. I could see him playing point guard in spots, kind of operating as like that combo guard where he's like, he plays like small stretches as the point guard, just to give guys rest, or maybe alongside D'Lo where you have kind of those combo guards where he can handle the ball and D'Lo can play off the ball a little bit. I think you may see some more different sets next year with Austin Reaves kind of playing the point guard, but I don't think I don't necessarily think that they'll go that route. But I honestly think Dennis Schroeder stays. I think they probably give him like the taxpayer mid-level or something like that, which I don't see him getting more. And I think he stays and plays that bench role. He wants to be a Laker. So I really do. I see him wanting to stick around. Warriors got 11 out of 17 road games. They're going to fall back down into the standings as well. Yeah, they have a tough road stretch coming up. So that's going to be huge for us if that happens. But they do have Steph back. So I imagine they probably win more of those games than they lose. But, hey, hopefully the record stays true. Let's have a watch party if the Clippers are losing. The problem is I can't really show the game. I could like play the game and mute it if it's like, towards the stretch the Clippers are losing. Maybe we could do something. I don't know. We'll see how the game starts going. And maybe I'll try to figure something out because it would be fun. I'd be all for it. Lakers should win the next 4 games. I agree. They need to at least. Troy Brown Jr. has been playing out of his mind the last 3 games. To be honest, he's been playing really good, and I love it. Hopefully, he can maintain that. To be honest, Lakers should win all these games that's coming up. Got a better squad now. I do. I mean, realistically, I think we could win. We have 17 games. I think we could win. If you look at their schedule, we could win probably 15 out of the 17 games. Thing is, realistically, is like you're gonna have off nights. You're gonna have those nights where a team just shoots the lights out, and there's just nothing you can do about it. So I think it's unrealistic to expect the Lakers to just run away the rest of the way. But I don't think that it's unrealistic to think we win at least 10 or 11 of these games, which we need, which would put us at 500 on the year plus, which I think would get us the 7th to 8th seed. But I think the rookies in Austin Reaves need to gain some more muscle mass. If they do, they'll be a lot better. Yeah, but that comes as you get in the league. That takes time. You see guys usually year 3, 4 really starting to bulk up, start getting in their man body. So that'll change a lot. The thing I like about the current team is the depth. People throughout the league put a lot of stress on the starters for better or worse. Having any number who can start, never the killer 5 lineups, but never the worst and interesting situation. Yeah, the depth absolutely helps. It helps tenfold, right? Because it just gives guys more opportunity. There's more guys that have an opportunity to step up. You don't have to rely on like 3 or 4 guys night in and night out. It's such a different feel, without a doubt. If Mo plays, AD won't do on offense due to him being gas carrying the defense. Yeah, that's my concern as well because he's going to have to work twice as hard defensively. Let's see. Rui is soft man. Need to go to the paint and get fouls. It's not just that. You got to have guys that can, play. You got to get him in position to have success. It's hard when you're not getting the ball. You've kind of been relegated to a spot up shooter, stuff like that. It's just one of those things where it just becomes tough. So that's the only difference. What else? Don't worry, I got rid of them. I have some mods, but they weren't able to come in. But don't worry, I took care of that. Weirdo. Reaves can run the offense. He has high basketball IQ. He's not necessarily a point guard, but he can do it, obviously. He can do it in spots. You just don't want to rely on him too much, like 30 minutes a game. Vando gives us so much value. He is a defensive nightmare for our opponents. Yeah, I love what I see from him. Lakers need to beat the Grizzlies. They won't have Ja and Brandon Clark. He's out for the season. Yeah, we got to get that win, without a doubt. Let's see. Don't worry, I got rid of him. He is gone. Tyler needs mods for political troll spam. Yeah, and like I said, I do have some mods, but they weren't able to come. You'll see them pop in every randomly. Sometimes they're watching they rent free. But yeah. Anyway, got it all done, and I got to the end of the stream. Like I said, if the Clippers are losing, I'll definitely I wouldn't mind streaming again. I really wouldn't at all. That'd be fun to kind of just go down that that little rabbit hole. But in general, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please, I really would appreciate you just taking a quick second, hitting that subscribe button, trying to continue to grow, trying to continue to climb, working our way up to 15, 20, 30K, 100K. That would be absolutely wonderful. So just take a quick second, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It would mean an absolute ton to me. But just got to keep racking up these wins. Got to keep getting done what we need to get done. And then lastly, in the chat, I just put my mother channel as it stands. I really want to start growing that channel too. I need to start promoting that channel more. I know some of you are subscribed to that channel, but I know a lot of you aren't. If you go subscribe over there, I basically talk all other teams except for the Lakers. Every once in a while, I'll talk about Lakers stuff if it's important and just to grow an audience there. But I'd love to start growing that channel as well. Kind of help me out. But regardless, here, hit that subscribe button. Again, WC, I really appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You guys are awesome. Thank you, everyone that gave me super chats. That means a ton. It really does help me out a lot as I, try to build this channel and grow. But anyway, I will see you all in the next.